The worst feeling is when you realize that everything and everyone around you has changed for the better, but you are stuck where you are only because you did not do the right things at the right time. And when you finally decided, it was a little too late. Wish I had not procrastinated is the first thing in your mind when you see the number of things you wish you could have had. My name is Lata, and I am an ICF certified success coach and an NLP master practitioner. And the reason I am making this video today is to help you understand the grave impact of procrastination in your life so you can make the required changes to make your life better. The effects of procrastination can be as simple as missing a deadline, or it could be as heavy as missing an opportunity that could end your dream, leading to your worst nightmare. The first thing, you will miss out on a lot of opportunities. Do you know that opportunity knocks only once at your door, especially the best ones, always comes only once in our lifetime? And what if that opportunity was life-changing? Would you want to be thinking about it at a later stage and getting disappointed with yourself that you should have done something about it? Your lack of interest and motivation, the perfectionist syndrome, or the fear of failure could lead you to miss the most important opportunity in your life. Keep in mind that not everyone is blessed to have the life that most of us have, which is filled with opportunities. Do not take this way too easy because you might never get a chance again. So, wake up and learn to grab every opportunity that comes your way, and you will be surprised to see life-changing experiences. Point number 2. You will never be able to meet your goals if you keep procrastinating. If you want to be successful in your life, but you are always pushing aside everything you are supposed to do to achieve the goal, then you are living in a dreamland. The desire to be successful and to work towards being successful are two different things. And if you are a perpetual procrastinator, then your wish to become successful is never going to be granted. Unless you get away from the habit of procrastinating, you are never going to be able to meet your goals. And unless you start meeting your goals, you are never going to be successful. Point number 3. If you continue to procrastinate, you will ruin your academic life and in turn your future. If you have a disciplined approach towards your studies, you will have a great academic life, and if you do not, then you are only going to face a lot of challenges. If you keep procrastinating, you will never be able to complete your studies on time, submit your projects on time, or meet the deadlines. What do you think are the consequences of this? Getting reprimanded, your reputation at stake, and in addition to all this, the embarrassment in front of your classmates is something you should be ready for. Wouldn't you rather want a happy school or college life? If so, learn to organize yourself and become more disciplined. Point number 5. Procrastination will lead to poor results. What do you think would happen if you keep postponing your studies for a later time? Do you think you would have ample time to finish everything that you have been postponing till date? No ways. Your studies are not only going to start piling on, but it will reach a stage where you would not know what to complete and what not to. You will then start choosing what you consider to be important and start studying, and there is a high possibility that what you studied at the last minute might not even appear in the exam. Also, how well do you think you would have studied at the last minute? When you view this from every angle, all that it only leads to is a drop in your grades, eventually leading to poor results or a failed result. So, learn to study when you have to, else you will end up with no time on hand to study it all. Point number 6. Procrastination will lead to anxiety and stress. When you have a lot of pending work to be done with less time to finish it all, do you feel great? I am sure you do not. The only feeling that will hit you is the feeling of anxiety and the feeling of stress, because you are well aware that you do not have enough time to complete it. Also, what do you think would be the quality of work when you rush to complete anything? It is not going to be up to the mark and will never be free of errors. And when there are errors, you will have to redo or rework, and this will again lead to stress. What happens when you have too much time to study or too many things to do and too less time? Stress is the only output in such situations. So, if you want to have less stress, learn not to waste your time giving all possible reasons, but instead learn to complete one task after another. Point number 7. When you procrastinate, people will stop trusting you and you will damage your reputation. When you keep promising to do something but keep pushing it to a later time and never get it done, do you think people will trust you again? You will only tarnish your image and will damage your reputation. No one likes empty promises, including yourself, do you? When you fail to do your due diligence towards someone's need, you will lose their trust. And once you lose their trust, they will not trust you further with anything, even if it is a very simple task. People will stop depending on you and will hold back with anything they have to offer, even if it is for your own good. And once your reputation is damaged, it will spread like wildfire, and everyone else will come to conclude that you are not a trustworthy person. So, if you want everyone to trust you, learn to not let them down by procrastinating. Instead, own up to it and get the task completed. Point number 8. Procrastination will lead to poor decision making. One of the worst effects of procrastination is poor decision making. It is very difficult to make the right decision when you are under a lot of pressure. And if you are perpetually procrastinating, then you are bound to get under pressure because of the piling of tasks. When you have a whole lot of things pending to be worked upon, which out of those will you prioritize and how? What if all the tasks are important? And do you think you will be able to make the right decisions when you're stressed? You will only become more stressed, not being able to arrive at which task to complete first and which to be kept aside. The vicious cycle of stress and poor decision will get into a never-ending loop. Poor the decision, more the stress, and more the stress, poor the decision-making capability. So, if you want to make the right decisions, ensure you do not procrastinate. Now that you know how gravely procrastination can impact your life, learn to beat this so you can become successful. Watch my video on how to beat procrastination, and I am sure it will help you become disciplined in completing all your tasks on time. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to our channel, simple as that. And remember to share it with your family and friends.